Let's get our recording going on. Did I share it to the group? Hang on, y'all. Let me make sure that I shared it to our... There's Tam, Nurse Bay, Naya, Pretty Black, Seal, Shawnee, Brianna, nope, not today, Tiana. I'm trying to make sure everybody that comes every day. Okay. How y'all been doing? Are y'all ready to communicate with me today? Y'all been having me over here talking to myself, feeling all goofy. We got to go live for 30 minutes each day. We do that. All right, y'all. TikTok is putting me in a campaign. Hang on. So, I got to add this thing. Got it. I got to add something here. Confirm. Let's see. All right. All right, whatever. It's getting on my nerves. Hello, Grace. Welcome in. All right, y'all. Oh, it's right here. They want me to add this. So, the daily heart me, and then we're going to update, edit the gift goal, delete, add a s'mores. It wants me to add a s'mores on here. It's my, I don't even know where the heck it's at, but sure, let's add it. Where is it at? Y'all, TikTok drive me crazy sometimes because it be telling me to do stuff and I don't know where it's at. It's like add a s'mores to your gift goal. And I'm like, where is it? We might not be doing this part today because I don't see it. I don't see it. All right, y'all. We're going to be doing electrolyte imbalance. We're doing a deep dive. I prepared this class based upon the most of my content, just so y'all know, if you wonder at all, most of my content is based upon the most missed information and the most likely to be tested on the Nclex, okay? So if any of you guys are wondering, that's what we do, all right? Y'all ready to rock and roll? Does everybody got their content? Their material for the class. Everybody got their material. I got to hook up my... Casey, welcome in. Y'all make sure y'all share the screen. There's 36 taps on the screen since we've been in here, guys. Come on, y'all. Get us up to 1K. Sound check. Can everybody hear me? Testing. Testing 1, 2. Casey, welcome in. Thank you for liking the live. You, not Leslie. Thank you for liking the live. Casey, thank you. The Golden Libra, welcome in. All my nurses, we are going to start today. Listen, y'all got to stop me at times. Because yesterday I feel like I was excited about something. Welcome in, friend. And I literally forgot to pray. And... to God be the glory, because God has blessed my brain, my mind, my hands to care for people. Welcome in, Magdalena. And he sends me each and every one of you guys. And Cozy Walker, welcome in. So we're going to start with prayer every day. Y'all stop me. Be like, Coach Shay, get it together, okay? Y'all got to check me. All right. Vondeza, welcome in. Dear Heavenly Father, I just pray right now that you will... give me the knowledge to educate these students in way of electrolyte imbalance the way that they need to retain the information and be successful on their Nclex. Lord, I pray that you will open their minds, rid them of their anxiety, and give them the confidence that they need to let them know that they're already wonderful nurses and they know this information. It's right there in the prefrontal cortex. The amygdala is just shutting down and everything's going crazy. We talked about this yesterday. And I just pray that you will give them what they need to be successful And we thank you for all the things that you've done and the things that you're going to do. And Lord, I just want to give you all the glory. And I'm not going to speak and say exactly what it is, but you know exactly what I'm talking about. I just want to give you all the glory. And I know that you will show up. You tell us to be still and wait. And I'm so very thankful every single day. It's in your son's name we pray. Amen. All right, y'all. 40 people on the FYP. Let's roll. T. Rochelle, what's up? T. Rochelle. All right, y'all ready to rock and roll? We about to do this electrolyte. Boston gal, hello. We about to do this electrolyte imbalance. I used to hate electrolytes, but they're not as bad as you think they are. So let's get started. Today, y'all don't forget, I'm recording, okay? People that watch my video are like, you don't never look at us. So I'm looking at them too. All right, we're going to do a deep dive into electrolytes. I need you to hear me when I say this. Electrolytes are on every section of the Nclex. Life with Mara, welcome in. Do you guys hear what I just said? I got some new lipstick, y'all. It is in every single part of your Nclex. All right? So, I highly recommend that you put your thinking caps on, you open up your ears, you put your hands flat on the table, take your 4 deep breaths in and your 6 deep breaths out, and let's rock and roll, and let's get that prefrontal cortex opened up and ready to learn, okay? I don't care if you're answering a cardiac question, a renal question, OB question, farm question, electrolytes are somewhere in there, just to make it, Yinks Beauty, welcome in, just to make it a little bit more difficult for you, okay? So you'll be more prepared for the exam than most people. Number one, I taught you the physiology and the psychology of the test writers yesterday. This is the second electrolytes class. We're doing a real deep dive today, okay? And I am willing to go. Tramika, welcome in. I'm willing to go as deep as we need to go. Some people don't need as much as others, and that's okay. All right? So here's what I need you to understand about electrolytes. Before we start, the word electrolyte literally means electricity carrier. Drop electricity in the chat, please. The word electrolyte means electricity carrier. All right? Can you do a short recap from yesterday? We got an hour to get through today, but absolutely at the end I will, because that was the most important class I've ever taught them. And I will tell you, if you go in, Charlamagne, welcome in. If you go, hi Steve, hey boo. If you go to the LINK in my bio, there are materials in there from all 8. Today's the 8th class. From all 8 of the classes, they are FREE. And I also have a full comprehensive 500-word workbook review in there. Now, that is not FREE, but it is very affordable, and Amanda got it, okay? A couple people already got it. I highly recommend that y'all get it before Monday, because after Monday, I told you guys I got picked up and noticed, and I'm going to be partnering, so I will not have full control over things, okay? That's just how it goes. But I'm telling you guys, the ones that have been rocking with me since the first day of my class, because why? Welcome in, lovely, because this is new. Y'all been rocking with me. I'm leaving it there for you. Go grab it. I highly recommend it. Y'all know that your coach has got ADHD and dyslexia. And baby, when I tell you, my brain is different. And every one of y'all get test anxiety, right? Sarah Goldstein, Mark Allen, every one of y'all. Y'all go grab your Daily Heart Me at the top up there. Make sure y'all are tapping the screen. Press on my forehead. Share me out to 10 people. Okay? You love K-Bear. Welcome in. I'm giving you my time. I need you all to do the things that don't cost you anything. I need you to tap. All that stuff is free. Casey, thank you. That's 1 penny to get your Daily Heart Me, okay? I need y'all to get your Daily Heart Me. Tap the screen. Share out the live to at least 10 people. And I need you to communicate in the chat. Talk to each other. Talk to me. When I say drop something in the live, drop it in the live. This is how TikTok knows to send me more students, guys. That's what I need you to do for me. And I need you to pass your Nclex. Amen. We just teared up. Whoop, whoop. Y'all hear that? Did they give me on your side, I can't see it, but it's going to be like a community sticker that's got my bun, but I have to activate it. Does it tell you all to send me a message? Electricity. That's right. Electrolyte means electricity. All right, here we go. If y'all wonder why I do that, it's a VAPE, and I don't want them restricting me. All right. So, electricity carrier. These are charged particles in your blood and your heart. Your brain and your muscles run on electricity. If you don't pay the electric bill, you ain't getting no lights. Okay. Do you feel me knocking? Then let me in. If you don't pay your bill, it's going to be cut down, which means if you don't drink your fluids, if you don't get your potassium, if you don't get all your sodium, all the stuff you need, your body ain't about to do nothing. Your light is going to go off, and you're going to be sitting there in the dark looking silly or feeling silly, okay? When the electricity is off, when the electrolytes are out of balance, things go wrong fast. That's why the Nclex loves them. The Nclex loves electrolytes, okay? All right, grab your handout and go to the overview. All right, look at your handout. The overview table at the top, we have 4 electrolytes today. We're going to talk about potassium, sodium, calcium, and magnesium. 2 of them are critical priority. 2 of them are critical priority. Which 2 of those 4 do you think are critical priority? And y'all ought to know this. Now, if you don't, my feelings is going to be hurt. Come on, drop it in the chat. Janelle, welcome in, love. Drop it in the chat, y'all. Drop it in the chat. Which 2 of those 4 are? Absolutely, Casey. We got the good old potassium. Potassium can surely act to acium if it wants to. You know what I mean? Yes, it can. See, I tell you, I make up goofy stuff, so I memorize things. We got potassium, magnesium, calcium, and sodium. Okay? All right. 2 of them are critical, meaning they can kill your patient in minutes. If you miss them, those are potassium and sodium. Thank you, Casey. All right. Potassium and sodium can kill you and kill your patient in minutes. The other 2 are high priority. By the end of the class, you will know every one of these code. Okay. Students who understand why something matters, they learn it faster. All right. So that's why I'm trying to emphasize that it will cause a fatality. Students that understand the urgency learn it faster. These aren't just facts to memorize. They are life or death clinical decisions. We got our doers and our lifesavers, and y'all drop it in the chat. Are we doers or lifesavers? What are we over here? All right. Somebody drop in the chat, what is your normal potassium? What is a normal potassium, y'all? Normal potassium. A normal potassium. Come on. Y'all know this. I drilled it in your brain. There's even a video on my page about it. What is Fireplug Tish? Welcome in. What is a normal potassium? Chris, thank you so much. We got 3.5 to 5. That is a normal potassium. Potassium is the what electrolyte? Thank you, C. Thank you, Casey. It's a what electrolyte? Which part of your body is the potassium? What is it tied to the most? Jolie, welcome in, right? We got the heart. All right? Potassium's a cardiac lab. It is a cardiac electrolyte, y'all. I said lab. Siobhan, welcome in. Chris, thank you, love. All right? All right. My ADHD is ADHD in today, y'all. Lord have mercy. Look, I can't even hit the laugh button. All right. This is the number 1 electrolyte on the Nclex because potassium controls your heart rhythm. Too low or too high, your patient can go into a life-threatening dysrhythmia. This is not a call to the doctor tomorrow situation. This is a call right now. Potassium, low, high, dysrhythmia, lethal right now. Do not wait. If anything prolongs care, that's not the right answer. You have to notify, okay? You have to notify immediately. So let's talk about hypokalemia first. Hypokalemia, low potassium. Below 3.5, what causes it? The number 1 cause on the Nclex is diuretics. Lasix, right? Lasix or Bumex. Does that sound familiar? We talked about it the other day. Let's see. Specifically, like furosemide and thiazide diuretics. These medications make your kidneys dump potassium in the urine. If your patient is on Lasix, you better be watching. Welcome in, Astrid. You better be watching their potassium. If somebody's getting IV potassium wasting diuretics, they should be on a replacement protocol. Okay, Lanisha, welcome in. Thank you for liking the live. Y'all keep tapping that screen. We got 71 people looking at us from the FYP. All y'all come on in. I'm Coach Shay. I'm the R influencer. We're talking about electrolytes. Okay, this isn't just for nurses either. People that work out a lot, y'all need to know this too, because y'all be in there putting yourself through the ringers and taking all kind of supplements and everything else. Everybody need to know about this stuff. Okay. The more people know, knowledge is power, y'all. You can save people's lives, okay? Amen. That's what we do for a living. All right. What else causes low potassium? Drop something in the chat. Come on, there's other reasons besides diuretics that cause low potassium. All right? It's something that we do. It comes out our mouth. It comes out our butt. What is it? We could also stick something down our nose or our throat. You could dehydrate yourself if you're not preparing right. I'm looking for more vomiting, diarrhea, and NG suctioning. Okay? Vomiting, diarrhea, and NG suctioning. Casey, but no answer is I want you to participate and thank you. Your mind is thinking in the right direction, okay? So I don't want you, anybody that says an answer in here, if it's not an accurate answer, it's okay. We're going to keep moving. We are learning, and it's all right. I would rather you participate than not, okay? So thank you. So if we're puking, if we're pooping, or if we're suctioning something out of somebody's gut doing decompression, okay? So pooping, puking, and NG suctioning can cause hypokalemia. All of those pull potassium out of the body. Corticosteroids push potassium into the cells. Insulin does the same thing, which is actually how we treat high potassium. But we'll get into all that, okay? We're going to get into that in a minute. All right. Now, what does low potassium look like? Here's my memory trick. Low K equals slow everything. So if you got low K, you're slow. All right? Everybody put low and slow. There you go, Chris. Thank you. Look. I'm so proud. I'm so proud. So we got low K. We're low and slow. Let's do a low and slow K. Low, slow K. Y'all listen. Low, slow K. That is something that you will remember. If I'm telling you to put it in the chat, it's because I want your natural ability to recall you doing something. Low, slow K. Okay? I want you to remember that. Everything slows down. You get muscle weakness. Your patient feels weak, fatigued, has cramps, hypoactive bowel sounds. The gut slows down. You might see an ileus. And on the EKG, flat or inverted T waves. And the pathogenomic sign is U waves, right? If you see a U wave on the EKG, that is hypokalemia until proven otherwise. Do you understand? If you see a U wave on an EKG strip, that is hypokalemia until proved otherwise. Thank you so much. Yes. All right. Here we go. We're rocking and rolling, y'all. I would draw you all. I did get my whiteboard, but I know I work today. So when I work, we kind of rush through these things. However, I'm not good at drawing the telemetry strips anyway, the EKG strips. All right, let's flip it. Hyperkalemia, high potassium above 5. The number one cause is what? Y'all know this. What is the number one cause? Chris, since you're talking about ABG stuff, what is the number one cause? I'm putting you on the spot. What is the number one cause of hyperkalemia? And Chris is my husband's name, by the way, so I'm going to pick on you. Come on, y'all. What's the number one cause? Which one of your old organs in your body is the number one cause? There's 2 of them. I'm going to tell you that. What's the number one cause of hyperkalemia? Yes, Chris. Thank you. The kidneys. The renal system. So, Renal failure. If the kidneys can't work, potassium builds up in the blood. Okay? ACE inhibitors. Casey, thank you. ACE inhibitors and potassium sparing diuretics. Okay? Like spirulindactone. They also raise potassium. And acidosis, right? Yes, Casey, CKD. When the blood is acidotic, potassium shifts out of the cell and into the blood. So when the blood is acidotic, right, the potassium shifts out of the cell and it goes into the blood. High potassium looks like this on an EKG. It has a peaked T wave. Tall, tinted T waves. I'm stuttering, y'all. That is the first EKG change in hyperkalemia. All right? And the Nclex will ask you this. As potassium gets higher, the QRS widens. The QRS is that, okay? The QRS widens. You get a sine wave pattern and then ventricular fibrillation. This is a cardiac emergency. Okay? It is a cardiac emergency. This is something critical that you need to know. Peak T waves equals first EKG change in hyperkalemia. This is a guaranteed Nclex question. Thank you for following me, MOD. Thank you. Do you hear what I said? Peak T waves is the first EKG change with hyperkalemia. It's a guaranteed Nclex question. I highly recommend that you take a picture, write it down, tattoo it on your forehead, put it on your mirror, on a post-it note. Peak T waves, peak T waves, peak T waves, peak T waves is the first EKG change you will see on a telemetry strip. All right. Treatment for hyperkalemia. This is where it gets interesting, okay? The first thing you give is calcium gluconate. Not to lower the potassium. Why do we give calcium gluc, y'all? I put it in your brain the other day. I hammered it. Make me proud. Why do we give calcium gluc? What does calcium gluc do? I'm so excited. It protects the heart. Camilla, welcome in. Y'all make me so proud. I'm being dead serious, y'all. Can y'all imagine how my kids feel living with me? And I meant to laugh, but I had to, you know what I mean? It protects the heart. I'm so proud when y'all learn stuff. I'm so happy. All right. So we give calcium gluc to protect the heart. Okay? Not to lower the potassium, protect the heart. Calcium stabilizes the cardiac membrane. Okay? Then you give insulin and dextrose. All right? Insulin and dextrose. That shifts potassium back into the cells. Sodium bicarb does the same thing. K-exalate removes potassium from the body through the gut. And for severe cases, we do dialysis. All right? If you have a difficulty remembering K-exalate, I guess remember Nclex. K is potassium. K-exalate. Okay? K-exalate. But we got to protect the heart. We got to do all the things we need to do quickly. That's why you see us doing all this stuff with DKA patients. DKA it depends on which order set your doctors give you, but I'm not going to confuse y'all today. That's another time, okay? All right. Moving on. A critical Nclex trap. We talked about traps yesterday, all right? IV potassium is never given by IV push. It has to be on a pump. And it has to be diluted. It has to be given slowly, and your patient has to be on EKG. This is a classic. All right? Which action is unsafe? Answer. Students must know this code. All right? Which is unsafe? This is classic. You never push IV potassium. Never. Has to be diluted, and it has to be on a pump. One more thing about potassium before we move on. Treatment for low potassium. You give potassium replacement. Oral is preferred when possible. IV potassium is given diluted slowly with EKG monitoring. The max rate is 10 to 20 milliequivalents per hour. Okay? 10 to 20 milliequivalents per hour is your max rate. Thank you all for liking the live. We are at 2.8K, y'all. Get me up to 10K. TikTok will send us some more. About every 15 minutes, stop and share us out about 5 or 10 times, okay? Power share. All right. If you ever see an answer choice that says give IV potassium, IV push, it's wrong. Automatically. Shauna, welcome in, and thank you for liking the live. You never push it. It's wrong. That will stop the heart. It will stop the heart if you push potassium. All right? All right. What's the first EKG change you see with hyperkalemia? What is the first EKG change you see with hyperkalemia? Come on, y'all. I'm not telling you the answer. Y'all got to tell me. We just talked about it. I was hollering and hooting about it. First EKG change. Thank you. See. T-waves. Peak T-waves. That's right. Tall peak T-waves. Monique, welcome in. Welcome in, everybody. I'm Coach Shay. I'm the R Influencer. I'm your Nclex coach. All things Nclex, all things nursing. I teach you test-taking tips and test-taking strategies, not memorization. The Nclex is, after all, a safety test. Get your daily heart me. Share out the live and tap that screen for me. Thank you so much and welcome in. If you guys want the material for today's class, go to the link in my bio. There is info and materials in there that is FREE, and I also have a full comprehensive 500 question review for your Nclex. I highly recommend it, okay? Now, that is not FREE, but it's there, and I recommend it. It is my ADHD brain testing, okay? All right. Now, I wanted y'all to know something else. Oh, what do you never do with IV potassium? What do you never do? I just told y'all. What do we not do? If you see it, it's wrong. If you see it, it's wrong. What do you not do with potassium? IV potassium. That's right. Shauna, thank you. Casey, thank you. Chris, thank you. All right, let's move on. You never push it. These are two of the most tested potassium facts. Thank you, Alexa. Two of the most tested. Miss MFA, amazing. I like your name. You never push potassium, okay? All right, we're rocking and rolling. Sodium. Which electrolyte is sodium known to be? What's it called? So if potassium is the heart electrolyte, what is sodium? Come on, y'all. You're welcome, boo-boo. It's the brain. It's the brain. Casey, Chris, Vanessa, welcome in. It is the brain electrolyte. All right, what's the normal? Sodium. Come on, y'all. Y'all know this. We just broke it all the way down. Y'all gonna make me stand up and get excited today. Let's go. Let's get it. Let's go. That's how I like to teach anyway. 135 to 145. That is the normal sodium level. All right. Y'all know I'm menopausal, right? I'm hot. All right, let's rock and roll. All right, the students that are watching the recording, I'm sorry, I had to stand up. So here's how I want you to think about sodium. Sodium is the brain electrolyte, okay? Both hypo and hypersodium can cause neurological symptoms. I seen somebody put a seizure in there a while ago, right? Yes. Both hypo and hypersodium causes neurosymptoms. That's why it's called the brain electrolyte. Confusion, seizures, and altered mental status. When you see neuro changes in the patient, sodium is one of the first things you check. When you see neuro changes in the patient, sodium is one of the first things that you check. Okay? Think of it this way. Your brain cells float in a sodium solution. If sodium is too low, water rushes into the brain cell. Thank you. That's right, Miss Mother. Amazing. Sodium is the brain electrolyte. Okay? Now, if y'all ever wonder why I'm not a teacher in the real deal life out here, it's because I'm not politically correct all the time, okay? Don't tell nobody. Even though we are on social media and the whole wide world can see it, don't tell nobody. I'm just a down-to-earth. This is me. Y'all gonna remember that your teacher is a nut job. All right. So, water rushes in. Why? Because if sodium is too low, water's going to rush into the brain cells, okay? They do what? When water rushes in, the brain cells go whoop, and they swell, right? They swell. If y'all haven't followed me, make sure you follow me now. Like, tap, tap, tap screen, share us out. Everybody share us out about 5 times right now. That's right, Casey, ICP. Thank you for that follow, Alexa. I will follow y'all back. I'm the best kind. Oh, thank you, boo-boo. Thank you. Y'all are the best for being here with me, and I appreciate each and every one of you all. And y'all know what? When y'all pass y'all's test, I'm gonna do something like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do something cray-cray, okay? I'm gonna do something. Shauna, my name is Shauna, too, in the real life. That's my real name, but I just go by Shay. Look at that. Ain't that some stuff? Thank y'all for the follow. All right, y'all. Here we go. I ain't playing. I'm dead serious. My name is Shauna. My husband's name is Chris. But I go by Shay. S-H-A. And I put the Y on it. Okay? You said, okay, that's right. Love it. All right. Listen, y'all. I got ADHD now. You know how they do this is your brain on drugs. And then you put the egg in the pan. My egg is in the pan today. So we got to stay focused. Stay focused. All right. I'm just playing. I love the interaction. Thank you all for communicating. Your husband's name is Sean. Girl, if my husband's name was, that would drive me crazy. Drive me crazy. All right, here we go. So, sodium is too low. Water rushes into the brain cells. They swell. It causes cerebral edema. We do not want cerebral edema. If sodium is too high, water rushes out of the brain. Okay? Out of the brain cells. Then they shrink. Okay? They shrink. Either way, the brain is unhappy and your patient is confused. And we don't like our little confused patients that like to jump around, and I call them bed hoppers, okay? Oh, LaShawn, hello. C says, my name is LaShawn. Y'all, TikTok gave me the name Shay, so I just inherited it. I'm like, okay, I guess because that username was available. I'm like, whatever. All right. Now, hyponatremia, low sodium. It's below 135. The number one cause on the Nclex is SIADH, syndrome of the inappropriate antidiuretic hormone. SIADH in the chat. SIADH in the chat. Come on. You're going to see this on the Nclex, I promise you. It's syndrome of, yes, I said confused, girl. I said confused, girl. Listen, I am country, but I'm also very urban. My husband and my children, they have very beautiful tan skin. You know what I mean? Your girl's a little bit, I'm from Louisville, Kentucky, y'all. I was born in Taylorsville and raised in Louisville. You can take the girl out the country, can't take the country out the girl, but when she goes to the city, she gets cityized or whatever you want to call it. Hey. Y'all see that? Woo! Beauty, brains, and I'm full of SHIT. Now let's go. Come on, let's go. Let's go. All right, y'all got to come see me on my TikTok shop page because I'll be doing some silly stuff. There you go, cityfied. That is our word. Everybody drop hashtag cityfied in the chat. Y'all, by the way, I'm a Cancer and my birthday is 7/11. I'm just telling y'all. I just turned 44 years young. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Okay. This is all my skincare products on the TikTok shop. Yeah. All them Korean skincare products. I'm trying to get some glass skin because they all got glass skin. All right, y'all, we got to go. We'll talk about that on the other page, okay? We got to talk about nursing over here. All right. So, hyponatremia is sodium below 135. The number one cause on the Nclex is SIADH. Syndrome of inappropriate antidiuretic hormone. Too much ADH means the kidneys hold on to the water, okay? Too much ADH means the kidneys hold on to the water, diluting the sodium. Heart failure, cirrhosis, and thiazide diuretics also cause hyponatremia. And here's the clinical part. If a patient drinks too much plain water, they can dilute their own sodium. Hello, all of my gymnatics. Yes, I make up my own words. All of my folks that go to the gym, look at that, at hashtag cityfied. Y'all, listen, that's our thing. That is hashtag cityfied. That is for our community, y'all. I hope y'all know that y'all can't leave me once you pass your test. We are developing a powerhouse of nurses, okay? This is a community of nurses. This is our community. Hashtag CityFad. I hope they give that to us in our community sticker. This page is still new. On my other page, I got 10,000 followers. So I got a little bit more stuff over there. All right, here we go. All right. Oh, yeah. So all of my people that go to the gym and you don't stay hydrated, or you go outside in this crazy weather, wherever you may be from, and you don't stay hydrated, you need to drink plenty of water, okay? Because you don't want to sweat and lose all your stuff and then dilute your own sodium. This is called psychogenic polydipsia. When you drink too much water, plain water, and I have that name, Mom. I have to that name, Mom. Huh? I have to that. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. You gotta say it again. My brain won't let me read it. Oh, you gave that name. Yes, you did. You did. Hashtag CityFad. I won't forget it. Miss Mother, amazing. Question. Why when my heart gets too high, my left ear gets numb? When your heart rate gets too high, your left ear gets numb. Well, Tanisha, I would have to know a whole lot more information. Welcome in, Miss Miami. Thank you for that follow. To be able to speak on that. So if you want to DM me, we can talk through some things, okay? I'm not a doctor, a medical doctor, and I'm not giving medical advice. I am teaching nursing, okay? I have to say that because I don't want nobody. Y'all notice, so just so y'all notice my degree up there, I do not claim I did at one point and I stopped because I was advised not to claim my DNP. If I'm doing certain things like products and stuff on TikTok Shop that are like supplements and stuff, because it can be people could sue me basically. So, okay, we're the MSN, not the DNP. All right. Now, we call it psychogenic polydipsia. This is when a patient drinks too much plain water and they can dilute their own sodium, okay? I used to do that all the time because I used to eat ice. I would eat, and eat more ice because I'm anemic and I would get low sodium. All right, so what are the symptoms of low sodium? You're welcome, boo. What are the symptoms? Aunt POV, welcome in. What are the symptoms? What are the symptoms of low sodium? What's the symptoms of low sodium, y'all? Come on now. What's the symptoms of low sodium? Come on. Drop it in the chat. Drop it in the chat. Drop it in the chat. Neurological changes, confusion, headache, lethargy, nausea, vomiting, muscle cramps. If the sodium drops below 120, they can have seizures. Thank you, Casey. Thank you, Miss Motherfucking Amazing. Thank you, Chris. LOC, that's right. Altered mental status, all the things. All right? Let's rock and roll. Keisha, vomiting could be a contributing factor. Okay? So the difference, I just want to stop and I want to explain it. So vomiting can cause low sodium, right? But the symptoms of low sodium are the neurological changes. Does that make sense, Keisha? Are you following me, babe? Okay? Because I don't want to discredit that, because vomiting can absolutely cause low sodium, but that's not the symptoms. Okay, I just want to make sure you follow me. Y'all know the alarms is going to start going off. It's 5:13. All right, so if sodium drops below 120, the patient could have seizures. That is a medical emergency. The treatment for SIADH is fluid restriction. Fluid restriction. You're not giving more sodium. You're restricting water so the sodium concentration comes back up. Do you all understand that? You are not giving... You're not giving more sodium. You are restricting fluid so that the sodium concentration returns. I wish people would quit trying to get me to co-host. I'm teaching. If you are on here and you're trying to get me to co-host, stop it. You're interrupting my class. All right? When I get ready to co-host, it's going to be with my students, not for somebody that wants to come up here and talk about nothing. All right. Now, let's rock and roll. This is a critical point. The most important rule. I want y'all to know when I read you verbatim, word for word, it's notes that I put. I'm going to show y'all. You see that red right there and that yellow? That is stuff that I literally take from information that I research about the most missed stuff on the Nclex, the most missed content and all that stuff. So when I say this is a critical point, that's why. Okay? All right. The most important rule in sodium, correct it slowly. Low and slow. Okay? Correct it slowly. Max 8 to 12 milliequivalents per liter per 24 hours. Too fast correction of hypo. Will there be an order for Lasix? That depends up on some things